Hello, folks. It's Dirty Bob here. A few days ago, I just put my 200X in first ever ATV show that was allowed with a car show this year that was going on here in our small town. It was called the Bedford Bash. Happened last Friday evening. Um, I actually called the organizers and talked to them about getting this set up, and we had my trike and two razors that showed up for it. So hopefully we get even more involved in this next year. Um, Somebody came up to me and mentioned something about how dangerous these damn three wheelers are. So what I've got to say to them is, look, it's not any more dangerous than going out and driving your automobile. You know, I've had people say this to me over the years. It kind of ticks me off because they really don't have a clue as to what they're talking about. And of course, the government banned them because the government was stupid. And the reason they got banned was because people was stupid. They went out and they bought these things. They had absolutely no clue how to ride them. There was no training courses really available back at that time. But, you know, people just went ignorant. They started doing stupid stuff. They went beyond the capability of the machine. They went beyond their capability, which everybody knows what happens. It leads to disaster. So, my answer to these idiots that keep whining and hollering about how dangerous three-wheelers are, if you own one, just tell them, said, hey, you respect the machine, you respect its limitations, you respect your limitations of what you know you can and cannot do with it, everything's going to be just fine. Yeah, I've flipped it a few times in the past. Bent the handlebars once, but it was my fault. Wasn't the fault of the machine. Both times I flipped it. Flipped backwards. Once I was climbing a hill, and well, I really can't say that was my fault. It was overgrown with grass, and I hit an anthill with the front wheel that I didn't see, so naturally it just flipped over backwards. Rolled down the hill, landed on the side. It was still running. Went down there, picked it up, got back on it, rode back up the hill. The second time I was climbing a small bank about 5 foot tall, which was pretty much straight up and down. And I'd already been over it Lord knows how many times that day. And there was a tree root that was jutted out at the top of it. Well, this time I forgot, like an idiot, I forgot to stand up, throw my weight over the front wheel to get it up and over it. And next thing I know, I was sitting in a pond about waist deep, and it rested on my back. It flipped over, and the skid plate fell on my back. So that time was my fault. Why? Because I didn't pay attention. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. But any other time, I've said it once, and I'll say it 100 times. I'll say it to the kids that said this to me the other night. Respect the machine. Respect its limitations. Know what it's capable of. Respect your limitations, what you're capable of. And you will not have any problems. By the way, we had a pretty good car show. The fire department put on a fish fry. All the proceeds from the car show went to our fire department, which is a volunteer fire department. We do have a paid ambulance service here in the county, but both of our fire departments at each end of the county is both volunteer. Guys do extremely good work. I gotta give the guys a shout out for our volunteer fire department. We gotta help them any way we can. They only get so much money from the county for a budget per year, and the rest of it they do make their money off of fundraisers like that. I don't mind helping them out. It's $25 entry fee. Their fish fry. They had a fish dinner with a humongous piece of fish and 2 sides and a drink was $12. It might have been a little bit high, but I know where all the money's going to, so I don't care. You really can't complain about something like that. So like I said, my advice, if somebody tells you these things are dangerous, just look at them and say, hey, if you know what you can do, you know what the machine can do, and don't ride beyond those capabilities, you're going to be just fine. So, save the trikes. Everybody be careful when you do go out on a ride. And be cool. Dirty Bob, out.